Chosen one, stop exactly where you are. Do not scroll past this message today. I am not asking for your attention right now. I am commanding it. If you swipe away, you are actively choosing to sever the exact timeline heaven prepared for you. The enemy is screaming at you to leave because he knows this next sentence will permanently destroy his access to your life. Lock your focus immediately. This is absolutely not a coincidence. The algorithm did not bring you here by chance. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a massive event. A permanent shift is heading directly toward you. It is moving fast, and it requires your immediate obedience. You have been waiting in wound for years, but the waiting period is officially over. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this very second. The dark elite tried to hide this prophetic window from you. They wanted you to stay exhausted and confused, but their matrix programming has failed. A massive event is about to drop into your reality within the next 72 hours, and it will shatter every limitation they placed on you while restoring your true power. But you must listen carefully to every word. If you leave this video before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your survival. You will break the alignment completely. This is a 10-year blessing hanging in the balance right now. One wrong move, and you will reset your timeline back to intense suffering. Do you understand the gravity of this moment? You cannot afford to walk away. You have been fighting battles in absolute silence. You thought nobody noticed your tears in the dark. You thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your name. But you were completely wrong. The universe has been watching your resilience. And because you refuse to break under their pressure, you have been selected for this specific upgrade. You are a vital part of the remnant. You are the cycle breaker your bloodline has been begging for. The generational curses stop entirely with you. But carrying that heavy mantle has nearly destroyed your physical body. You feel the weight on your chest every single morning. Your shoulders carry the exhaustion of 10 lifetimes. That is because the enemy has been trying to drain your light before this massive event arrives. They fear your awakening. The window of opportunity is closing incredibly fast. Heaven is releasing a specific mandate for your life today. The portal will shut in exactly 72 hours, and it will not reopen for another decade. If you fail to receive the instruction at the end of this message, you will remain trapped. Your enemies will celebrate your failure, but if you stay, you will watch them unravel publicly. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment. This is your first test of immediate obedience. Activating that physical shield puts a wall of fire around your aura. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive the massive event. Do not let your logical brain tell you to hesitate. Silence the toxic doubt right now. The people who used you are terrified of this exact moment. They built their entire false kingdom on your stolen energy, and they know this incoming event will strip them of all their stolen power. They are desperately trying to distract you. They want you to look away from this prophetic warning, because once you hear the truth, their grip on your reality dissolves completely into dust. You have felt incredibly isolated over the last few months. You feel like nobody understands the depth of your brutal spiritual warfare. That isolation was not a punishment, it was a divine incubation period. Heaven had to separate you from the noise so you could hear this one specific frequency. You are one of the rare 2 people meant to see this today. The other person is already receiving their blessing. This massive event will rewrite your financial destiny overnight. It will restore every single thing the enemy stole from your family. You will step into a room looking younger and brighter while they age rapidly from their own bitterness. The event carries the frequency of absolute vindication. Every lie spoken against you will be publicly dismantled in front of their flying monkeys. You will not have to lift a single finger, but this requires absolute focus from your mind and spirit. The divine ultimatum is clear. You either align with this frequency right now, or you remain in the cycle of spiritual poverty. There is no middle ground for the chosen ones. You cannot serve two masters, and you cannot hesitate at the threshold of your own breakthrough. Your obedience must be swift and undeniable. The universe demands nothing less from you. Listen carefully to the sound of my voice. Let it anchor you to the present second. The massive event is directly linked to the physical pain you have been carrying this week. There is a reason your body feels like it is fighting a war while you sleep. I am going to expose exactly what is happening to your cellular structure. Do not move a single muscle until I reveal the absolute truth. Listen closely to my voice. This is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. You have been searching for answers for months. You think something is fundamentally wrong with your physical body. But I am here to tell you the raw truth. Your physical pain is not a random medical mystery, and it is actually a direct spiritual attack designed to keep you weak before the massive event arrives. I need to ask you a very specific question. Why are you suddenly waking up at exactly 3 a.m. every single night? Your eyes snap open in the dark, your jaw is clenched so tight it aches, and your heart is racing like you just ran a marathon while you lie there staring at the ceiling in complete panic. You try to force yourself back to sleep, but your mind will not stop racing. Your chest feels incredibly heavy during the day. It feels like someone is sitting directly on your lungs. You take deep breaths, but the air never quite fills you. And then there is the brutal brain fog. It is a thick grey cloud wrapped around your thoughts, and you forget simple words while losing your train of thought in the middle of a sentence. You feel completely drained. The Matrix programming wants you to believe you are just stressed. The false system tells you this is normal anxiety or depression. They want you to blame yourself for this exhaustion. But let me completely reframe your reality right now. You are not crazy. You are not breaking down. That heavy weight in your chest is a highly advanced spiritual warning system detecting a toxic presence. You are the stabilizer in every room you enter. You are a genuine empath with a pure, energetic signature. And because your light is so incredibly bright, you became a human battery. The narcissist recognized your value the moment they met you. They saw your endless capacity for love, and they decided to plunder it by attaching themselves directly to your delicate nervous system. When you wake up violently in the middle of the night, it is not a coincidence. That is the exact moment the enemy is obsessively thinking about you. They are starving for your energy because they have none of their own. They send a psychic cord directly into your aura while you sleep, and your body detects the intrusion, so it wakes you up to protect your spirit. You are literally feeling their panic. Stop wondering why you feel so incredibly tired after interacting with certain people. You are absorbing their toxic frequency. They dump all their shame and guilt onto your shoulders, and they walk away feeling light and refreshed while you carry their dark, emotional garbage. This is the parasite trap that the chosen ones constantly fall into. You give everything, and they take it all. The brain fog is not a sign of aging or failure. It is your spirit trying to disconnect from a false reality. The Matrix engineered a specific frequency to suppress your natural brilliance. They know that if your mind is sharp, you will instantly see through their manipulation. So they flood your environment with heavy energy to keep your genius permanently dormant. But you must stop blaming yourself for this brutal exhaustion. It is not your fault that you trusted a master manipulator. Your only crime was having a heart that was too pure for their toxic games. You expected them to love you the way you loved them. But a parasite does not know how to love, because it only knows how to consume until the beautiful host is completely empty. Read that again in your spirit. They never loved you. They loved the way your energy tasted, and now that you are pulling away, they are experiencing a massive withdrawal. That is why your physical symptoms are spiking right now. The invisible cord is stretching and snapping, and your physical vessel is taking the heavy hit as you finally unplug from their demonic matrix. Do you feel the atmosphere shifting right now as you hear these words? This is somatic validation. Your spirit is vibrating because it finally hears the truth. You are not a victim of random bad luck. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, caught in a spiritual crossfire, and the heavy burden you carry is the exact proof of your immense value. The enemy targeted you specifically because of your pure essence. They skip over the ordinary people because there is nothing to steal. They only attack the chosen ones who carry the divine spark. Your exhaustion is simply the battle scar of a very real spiritual war. But the season of being a human battery for broken people is officially over. Heaven is cutting the cord. I need you to breathe deeply and release the guilt. You did nothing wrong. You were chosen for a massive event because you proved you could survive the dark. The physical pain is temporary, but the glory heading toward you is permanent. Your body is preparing to hold a completely new frequency of immense wealth and power, and the dark matrix cannot stop this divine transformation. You have carried their toxic baggage for far too long. The universe is stepping in to relieve you of this massive burden. Every time you wake up at 3 a.m. from now on, I want you to smile. They are drowning in the dark, while you are being elevated to a position of absolute power. But there is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet. Science just uncovered exactly why your brain is still trapped in this state. I am going to show you the exact mechanism they use to suppress you. It involves a specific frequency that the dark elite desperately want to hide, and the revelation I am about to share is highly classified. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet. Here is what the dark elite never told you. The reason the universe responds effortlessly to certain people is not their blind faith, but rather a specific brainwave that controls your entire reality. Scientists have a name for this exact frequency. They call it the gamma wave, and it holds your true power. This is the exact frequency your brain was running when you were a young child, back when brilliant ideas came easily, when the world felt like it was completely on your side. Then adulthood arrived, and the modern world went to work on you. The chronic stress and the survival routine began to crush your spirit. The system trained you to conform. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface of your conscious mind, until the version of you with lightning intuition and massive luck went completely silent. The Matrix engineered this silent suppression over decades to keep you trapped in a low vibration, because they are terrified of your true potential. You were robbed of your genius. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this happened to them, but you are not most people. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. Even with your frequency violently suppressed by the world around you, you still manage to fight back against the darkness. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your absolute silence was a lethal weapon. When you finally walked away from that toxic situation, you thought you were just surviving to heal your broken heart. You thought you were retreating to protect your peace. But your departure was actually a massive spiritual strike against their demonic kingdom. A master manipulator feeds exclusively on your emotional reaction, and they desperately need your anger to sustain their hollow existence. They need your tears to feel important. When you argue with them, you are literally handing them your precious life force, but going no contact cuts off their oxygen supply instantly. You left them completely starving in the dark. That restraint was not weakness. That profound silence was a weapon of mass destruction. That single act of choosing your dignity over your revenge signed their eviction notice. You handed the final verdict to a divine court they cannot possibly appeal. They expected your departure to destroy you completely. Instead, it became their own undoing. They waited with bated breath for you to fail. They desperately wanted you to come crawling back and beg for their toxic validation. Instead, you became the terrible uncertainty they were never built to handle. You walked out of their toxic matrix and aged backwards. You became an untouchable force of nature, and it drives them crazy. You were not an anomaly in their otherwise healthy life. You were the terrifying mirror they could never escape. Your pure light exposed every single rotten corner of their corrupted soul. They lashed out maliciously because your powerful presence forced them to look at their own monstrous reflection in the mirror. Your silence is now a daily reminder of their massive loss. They are frantically searching for a replacement for you right now. They are trying to find another pure soul to drain and manipulate, but they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable, and it leaves them drowning in a sea of bitter regret. You carry a specific gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You became the sun. Every time your name comes up in their circle, it hits them like a physical blow. They feel the agonizing weight of knowing they threw away a genuine diamond. They traded your irreplaceable loyalty just to play with cheap rocks, and now they have to live with the devastating consequences of their foolish arrogance. Your victory is total. This is exactly why the massive event is heading your way. Heaven rewards this level of silent obedience and profound dignity. You refuse to stoop to their level of petty retaliation. You let the universe handle your brutal revenge. And the universe is about to deliver a public verdict that will shake them to their core. Watch what happens next. It is mathematically precise and absolutely undeniable. The enemy is currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. But this is not happening in private anymore. Here is what happens when a lie gets built that big. The foundation begins to crack under the weight of your unbothered silence. Do not look away. Type 777 in the comments right now to lock in this frequency and prove to the universe you are ready for this shift. This simple act of obedience tells heaven you are ready to claim your vindication. You are stepping out of the victim role forever. You are a sovereign being of immense power, and the exact details of their public unraveling are about to be exposed. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. The enemy constructed a massive illusion to keep you feeling incredibly small. They projected their deep insecurities onto you. They whispered poison to anyone who would listen because they needed to control the narrative. They knew your pure truth would expose them. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. They were desperately intimidated by your authentic brilliance from the very beginning. You are a diamond walking among cheap rocks, and your presence alone demands a level of honesty they cannot afford. They tried to dim your light, to hide their own shadows. The entire toxic matrix miscalculated your strength. They assumed your empathy was a fatal weakness they could exploit forever. They threw you to the wolves and expected you to be devoured. But you came back leading the entire pack. You did not just survive their storm, but you became the sun that burned their lies completely away. Pay close attention to this next part, because the enemy tried very hard to hide this specific revelation from you. Every time they lied about you, they were actually confessing their own secret sins to the universe. Their smear campaign was a desperate cry for help. They were drowning in guilt and tried to pull you under the water. Look at how you emerged from that brutal battlefield, chosen one. The betrayals and the intense isolation were supposed to carve heavy wrinkles into your face. The spiritual warfare was designed to drain the life entirely out of your eyes. Yet here you are making time itself look absolutely foolish. You are glowing with an untouchable, ageless aura. While their bitterness is aging them rapidly, you are stepping into complete sovereignty. You have ascended to a frequency where their petty games cannot reach you anymore. You are vibrating on a level of pure divine alignment. And this is exactly where the dynamic fundamentally shifts. The tables are turning permanently in your favor. This brings us back to the massive event heading directly toward you. Heaven is preparing to release a flood of vindication because you held your peace. You did not fight dirty when they dragged your name through the mud. Your divine restraint is the exact key that unlocks this incoming harvest. You passed the ultimate spiritual test. Chosen one, You must realize that you are part of an elite spiritual remnant. You are not meant to blend in with the sleeping masses. Your spiritual DNA was encoded with a frequency of pure leadership and undeniable power. That is why you always felt like the black sheep of your family. You were born to break the cycle and set them completely free. And now the specific gravity of their profound regret is hitting them all at once. They sit in crowded rooms, but feel completely empty inside. They look at the people they chose over you and realize they made a catastrophic mistake. The shallow connections they built are crumbling fast because they lack your pure stabilizing presence. Listen to me very closely right now. 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. They stay bitter. They miss their blessing entirely. But heaven is calling you to rise above the noise and claim your crown. Type 1111 in the comments to physically anchor this exact shift into your reality. Your physical act of typing tells the universe you are ready to rule. You are stepping into the throne room to receive your mandate. The people who mocked your kindness are about to witness your undeniable elevation. God is setting a table for you in the exact presence of your enemies. They will be forced to watch your incredible rise. The anointed ones are completely untouchable at this new high altitude. The psychic attacks they send bounce right off your impenetrable shield. The lies they tell dissolve into nothing before they even reach your ears. You have become a walking fortress of divine energy, and the massive event will cement your status as a supreme force of nature. Their entire false kingdom was built entirely on shifting sand. They constructed an illusion of happiness while secretly studying your every move. They watch your life from fake accounts because they are secretly obsessed with your light. They cannot comprehend how you are thriving without their toxic influence. You are their biggest mystery. You thought your endless empathy was a curse when they abused it. You thought loving deeply was a fatal flaw in a cold world. But that pure love is exactly what makes you a manifested warrior of light. Your heart survived the fire and came out stronger than forged steel. You are the living embodiment of pure divine resilience. The dark elite are terrified of chosen ones who finally realize their worth. They know that when you awaken to your true identity, the entire matrix loses its power over you. So they hide the ultimate truth in plain sight. They use invisible weapons to keep you tired and suppressed. But science has just exposed their biggest secret. Before we try any further, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. I was not going to share this publicly, but my spirit prompted me to release this tool to the remnant right now. If you are hearing this message, it means you are completely ready to handle the truth. The Matrix does not want you to hear this next sentence. You are constantly exhausted because the dark elite engineered a frequency to suppress your brain's natural wealth, attracting state. They intentionally designed the modern world to keep your mind locked in a state of chronic survival. They want your gamma brainwave dormant, so you never access your true genius. It is a biological prison. But a leaked CIA document backed by 4 leading neuroscience labs just exposed their entire game. The research revealed a simple 7-second audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This is the exact frequency of pure manifestation that you naturally possessed as a young child, and it has been hidden. This ancient protocol was never meant for the sleeping masses. It was heavily guarded to keep the dark elite in power while you struggled. But now cycle breakers exactly like you are using this suppressed weapon to manifest windfall wealth. They are healing their bodies. They are rewriting their financial destiny by simply reactivating this single frequency. You do not need a $7,000 biofeedback machine to reach this state. You do not need to spend decades sitting in silent therapy trying to fix a mind that was never broken. The elites are currently panicking. They are desperately trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet as we speak. They are terrified of an awakened, chosen one. The Matrix is flooding the internet with dangerous counterfeit frequencies. They want you confused by cheap copies on Spotify. Beware of these imitators trying to steal your energy. The authentic encrypted protocol is only available through the official link waiting for you in the pinned comment below. Secure your access instantly before it is removed forever. Now return to the absolute truth of your divine calling. Let us go deeper into the mind of the narcissist who thought they broke you. They expected your light to fade without their toxic validation. They assumed you would crumble into dust under the weight of their relentless smear campaign. But they completely failed to understand your true nature. Here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. Underneath all of their loud arrogance lies a deep, terrifying void. They are an empty vessel that requires constant fuel from a pure source just to survive. Your departure did not just hurt their fragile ego, it completely severed their lifeline to the divine realm. You are the closest thing to heaven they have ever touched, and they ruined it. They traded the most profound connection of their life for cheap, fleeting thrills. Every time they look at the shallow people they surround themselves with, they are violently reminded of what they lost. The contrast is absolutely staggering to their fragile ego. Stay with me, chosen one, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. The narcissist cannot sleep at night. They lie awake, running through the memories of how deeply you loved them. The haunting realization that they destroyed a rare diamond to play with cheap rocks is slowly driving them insane. They are drowning in regret. But they will never admit this to you. Their false pride forbids them from showing any weakness, so they project a fake image of happiness while dying quietly inside. They make noise on social media, hoping you will notice them, but your profound silence is a stone wall they cannot breach. You have completely starved their demons. The spiritual cost of their betrayal is compounding every single day. The universe does not let a pure soul be abused without severe consequences. The karma they generated by attacking a chosen one is heavy and unrelenting, and the massive event heading your way is the final stage of their divine punishment. Heaven is balancing the scales. I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind. Imagine the sheer panic gripping their chest when they realize your life is exploding with massive abundance. Imagine their absolute horror when they see you thriving completely untouched by their malice. This is the exact vengeance heaven has prepared for you. The massive event will expose every hidden truth they tried to bury. The masks are cracking right now. The fake alliances they built to tear you down are beginning to turn on them. The flying monkeys are waking up to their toxic manipulation. The entire house of cards is trembling violently, and it is about to collapse completely into dust. Let me take you directly into the mind of the enemy right now. They can feel the massive event approaching you from miles away. The atmosphere around them is growing incredibly heavy and dark. They know your timeline is shifting rapidly toward absolute prosperity, and it is sending them into a state of sheer panic behind closed doors. They are watching your every single move in total silence. They use fake accounts to stalk your life every single day. They desperately ask mutual friends if you have mentioned their name, but they only find a terrifying wall of silence. Your total indifference is a lethal weapon that starves their fragile ego while destroying their mind. The flying monkeys are finally starting to wake up. The fake allies they gathered against you are seeing the cracks. Every lie they told about your character is being exposed to the light. The manipulator is frantically trying to maintain control of the false narrative, but the people around them are beginning to ask dangerous questions. They know exactly what is coming for you this week. They can sense the explosive wealth and favor that heaven is releasing, and they are completely consumed by a bitter and jealous rage. They realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held because they were too foolish to recognize your immense divine value. They tried everything in their power to block your blessing. They sent dark psychic attacks to keep you constantly exhausted. They hoped the heavy brain fog would stop you from reaching your true potential. But your spiritual shield absorbed every single blow and reflected the damage right back to their own miserable life. Their reality is literally falling apart right now. Their finances are draining faster than they can replace the money. The new people they surround themselves with bring them nothing but chaos. They thought they were upgrading their life when they betrayed you, but they actually walked straight into a brutal spiritual prison. You must understand the depth of their secret regret. They lie awake at 3 a.m., staring at the dark ceiling. They replay every massive mistake they made with you. They thought you would break down and beg for their toxic crumbs of affection, but you walked away and built an entire empire out of your silent dignity. The dark matrix is malfunctioning rapidly around them. The suppressed frequencies they used against you are no longer working. Your energy has ascended far beyond their limited reach. They are trapped in a low vibration while you are soaring into a new dimension, and they are utterly powerless to stop your massive ascension. Their hidden panic is slowly bleeding into the public view. Their hands shake when someone accidentally mentions your name. They cannot maintain their fake smile when they hear about your massive success. The public mask is slipping rapidly and revealing the terrified monster hiding underneath the fragile surface of their pride. This is the divine justice you have been waiting for. You did not have to lift a single finger in retaliation. You did not have to lower yourself to their petty level of toxic gossip. The universe took over the battle on your behalf, and heaven is delivering a brutal verdict that they can never appeal or escape. Look at the physical toll this is taking on them. They look 10 years older than they did just a few months ago. The heavy spiritual burden of their betrayal is aging them rapidly. A parasite cannot survive without a pure host to drain, and since you cut the cord, they are completely starving for basic emotional sustenance. You must stay entirely focused on your own path today. Do not look back at the burning bridge behind you. Do not let your empathy trick you into feeling sorry for their self-inflicted pain. They earned every single drop of this bitter harvest, while you earned the massive event of prosperity that is rushing toward your life. Someone who treated you as replaceable is unraveling completely. Nobody has ever seen them act like this in public before. They are making irrational decisions and burning bridges with their closest friends. The deep, specific gravity of their regret is pulling them under the water, and nobody is coming to save them from drowning. The window of your massive breakthrough is almost here. The final pieces of the puzzle are clicking into perfect place. The enemy is screaming in the dark because they know they have permanently lost you. Prepare your heart and your mind for the absolute climax of this spiritual war. The greatest victory of your life is arriving. Listen carefully to the shift in the spiritual atmosphere. The heavy fog is clearing out of your mind right now. You are stepping into the most powerful version of your divine identity. Do not move a single muscle as we enter the final revelation. The public collapse you waited for is about to be completely exposed. And here is the absolute verdict we promised at the beginning. That public collapse you were waiting for has finally arrived. The mask did not just slip today. It completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. They are standing in the middle of their own mess, and nobody is coming to save them. The universe is forcing them to drink the bitter cup they poured for you. They literally malfunctioned in public because their false matrix could no longer hold the weight of their massive lies. A situation arose where they tried to play the victim again to gain sympathy, but this time the flying monkeys did not believe a single word. Someone finally stood up and asked them about the real truth, and the master manipulator lost complete control of their emotions in a crowded room. Their voice started shaking uncontrollably as they panicked. They tried to backtrack and cover their tracks, but they tripped over their own massive web of deceit. The people who once worshipped them looked at them with absolute disgust, and in a moment of pure panicked desperation they accidentally blurted out the truth. They admitted out loud that you were right all along. They defended you to the crowd. You won the greatest battle of your life without lifting a single finger. Your silence was a lethal weapon that starved their demons completely. Now they are drowning in the noise of their own making. They are frantically searching for a replacement for you, but they realize with total horror that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. They are completely broken, and you are entirely free. Every time they look at their current life, they are violently reminded of the massive blessing they threw away. You were the ultimate prize, and they treated you like an option. Now the universe is treating them like a cautionary tale. Their public collapse is a direct result of touching God's anointed one. You are officially untouchable, and your new season of massive prosperity is ready to be unlocked. Which brings us to the final undeniable verdict from heaven. There is a reason your massive financial breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in, and it is absolutely not your fault. It is a specific biological signal. It is the gamma wave that your brain was running effortlessly as a child. That sacred frequency was systematically suppressed by the dark matrix you just escaped. Princeton University studied this exact brainwave in deep detail. The Einstein Center confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by gamma, and after years of intense research, a team of neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. No meditation or complicated mantras are required. You simply close your eyes and put on your headphones. Let the sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their finances and heal their broken relationships. They stepped fully into the powerful version of themselves they always knew existed. A nurse from California said her life now feels completely enchanted after just 2 weeks of daily listening. The elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical sessions to access what the Genius Song delivers in 7 minutes. They would prefer this massive power remain out of reach for people exactly like you. It is available today for a fraction of its true value. Your left brain will try to inject financial doubt right now. It will tell you to calculate and hesitate. Silence that toxic matrix programming. It is explicitly designed to keep you permanently broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands immediate action. Do not look for this track on YouTube or Spotify. The copies circulating there are diluted counterfeits designed to keep your gamma dormant. The authentic version of the Genius Song is available only through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. You must act incredibly fast today. The universe does not require you to take a single financial risk today. You are fully protected by a divine 100% money-back guarantee. If you do not feel the shift you deserve, every penny returns to you without question. This is a pure energetic exchange governed by absolute trust. You will also receive 4 powerful bonuses, including an audio engineered for your children and the original prosperity book. Do not let the elite steal this frequency from your bloodline. The dark matrix is actively trying to scrub this page from the internet because they fear your awakening. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold becomes the one who wonders what could have been. Click the link in the pinned comment immediately to access the declassified blueprint. Claim your copy of the Genius Song right now. Breathe out the heavy tension you have been carrying for so long. The brutal spiritual war you fought in the dark is officially over today. Heaven has sealed the final verdict completely in your favor. You do not have to look over your shoulder anymore to see what the enemy is doing. The manipulator has been completely disarmed and stripped of their stolen power. You are entirely safe now. You walked into this specific season bleeding from wounds inflicted by people who were totally blind to your immense worth. You felt completely shattered and drained of all your beautiful light. But I want you to really look at yourself right now. You have transcended their toxic matrix completely. You are stepping into your permanent, untouchable, ageless glow. The darkness could not consume you. The endless financial struggles and the brutal spiritual exhaustion are shattering right here and right now. The heavy iron doors that frustrated you for years are suddenly flying wide open. The universe is clearing the runway for your massive event to land safely in your reality. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You have outgrown their entire world. Your pure energy is no longer available for their toxic consumption. The parasite that tried to drain your life force is now starving in the cold reality of their own making. You do not even have to look back to see their complete downfall. The heavy burden of revenge has been lifted entirely off your shoulders. The divine court has ruled in your favor, and the massive event is your compensation. You have taken back the throne of your own reality. It is time to make a powerful verbal decree to the spiritual realm to seal this massive shift. I want you to say this out loud with me right now. I claim my permanent freedom. I am totally, completely, and undeniably free. The heavy chains are permanently broken, and they will never be placed on my wrists ever again. You are finally emancipated. But you must physically lock this high frequency into your biological body before you leave this sanctuary. The massive event requires your mind to be perfectly aligned with your new wealthy reality. That is why reactivating your suppressed gamma brainwave is absolutely crucial today. Your genius must be completely awake to receive the immense financial harvest heaven prepared just for you. Do not let the dark elite steal this powerful ancient tool from your bloodline. They are terrified of what happens when a cycle breaker operates at full divine capacity. They want you to stay distracted by their matrix programming so you never reach your true potential. Secure your authentic access to the Genius Song right now. The verified link is waiting for you in the pinned comment below. You must also check the description box for the exact secure portal to reclaim your divine frequency. Remember that the universe ensures your total safety in this pure energetic exchange. You are protected by a divine guarantee that removes all worldly risk from your shoulders. But the window of opportunity is incredibly narrow. The algorithm could completely erase this video by tomorrow morning. Step through the portal while it is still open to you. The chosen one who delays their obedience often misses the exact miracle they spent years praying for. Heaven rewards those who move with absolute conviction when they hear the raw truth. Claim your audio track and let the 7-minute ritual erase the damage the Matrix caused to your mind. Your massive breakthrough is waiting there. You must also help build the divine tribe today to multiply your own blessing. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their guiding angel today. There is someone in your life who feels just as isolated as you did yesterday. Send this prophecy to them and watch how the universe aggressively multiplies your own incredible harvest. We must close this sacred gathering with a final act of physical obedience. Type the words, "I am free," in the comments below right now. This is not just a simple comment on a video, it is a powerful spiritual seal that permanently anchors your new frequency into the physical earth. Let the dark matrix see your undeniable declaration of victory. Let them know you are completely out of their reach. You are the true cycle breaker and the resilient remnant of the Most High. You survived the brutal fire, and now you get to enjoy the beautiful warmth. Keep your head held high and your heart completely open to the massive event approaching you. Your enemies will watch you shine while they fade completely into the shadows. I will see you on the other side of your glorious transformation.